Hi Scorpio, welcome to your November 2019 reading, and happy birthday to all of you Scorpio suns out there watching who are celebrating your solar returns this month. Very, very exciting, Scorpio. This is also a video for Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising, people who are dealing with Scorpio and would like to cross watch for greater guidance. Or if you're just led to this video, that's cool too. If you have like heavy scorpionic energy and you just like to see what's going on for Scorpio season. So right now I'm just lighting a little bit of sage for you, Scorpio. I felt the need to very much cleanse my space and set pure intention because I know this November is going to be kind of intense for you guys. I also felt the need to wait for silence. I know Scorpios, you guys are the 8th house in astrology, so silence and being alone when it comes to emotional stability is very important, or maybe that's just a higher significance and message that I'm feeling as a reader for you. But I was just sitting here and the heat in my apartment was on. And although it wasn't very loud distraction, I just wanted to make sure that I actually said that out loud. I said, Spirit, I'm going to wait for silence for Scorpio because I think there may be a lot of noise this month, whether it's emotional noise, whether it's literal noise. There's something important about the silence, or maybe that's just what I'm feeling. But go ahead and take some deep breaths in, Scorpio. I'm just clearing your energy as you watch this video, setting the intent that we be neutralized before beginning this reading. So, Scorpio, I'm going to start with a Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle. I wasn't sure if I was going to use these this month, but this is a very scorpionic deck. And I love to read for Scorpios with this deck. So I think I'm going to go ahead and utilize your season to work with the Wisdom of the House of Night. Okay, so let's just go ahead and pull an oracle card for you guys. What is the message for Scorpio? Now we had the High Priestess of Earth kind of just show itself. So some of you are dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or just that logical energy. Bottom of the deck is cycles. So there may be cycles important financially or with your health. Nature may be important. That's that earth energy, the High Priestess of Earth. But let's let one come all the way out, Scorpio. What is the oracle card for Scorpio? Guidance, advice, something they need to hear for the month of November 2019, please. What is the message for Scorpio? November 2019. Okay. Wow. Scorpio, you're getting 2 cards, and honestly, I'm just going to take both of them because they both seem important. You have the card Fragment and Invisible. Wow, this is 15 and 16. I didn't even realize that. So this is definitely a synchronicity. These 2 cards go right after each other in the deck. So maybe the November 15th, November 16th is important. That could be some of your birthdays. We also have November 20th here, the card number 20. Fulfillment is here on the bottom of the deck, Scorpio. So as far as the oracle cards go, there is an underlying energy of self-fulfillment. We'll talk about that if we have time. But so far, I'm going to read from the book just in case there's something you need to hear. But intuitively, this card is a card that comes out for me all the time when I use this deck. So I've become very familiar of the message, although I'm going to reread it from the book, and I'm going to read Invisible as well. Intuitively, I feel, Scorpio, this month is all about remaining in the shadows, possibly because of Mercury retrograde, but that is the Scorpionic way. Okay, Scorpios are very private people. You guys are all about emotional stability, meaning sometimes it's best to hide what you truly feel, because not everybody deserves that kind of vulnerability from you, right? So I do feel that because, going back to this card, because of the amount of pieces that are going on, because of something feeling kind of broken or in pieces, or all these different parts going on in your life this month, Scorpio, you're remaining a little bit in the shadows. Some people may not know what you feel, where you're at this year for your birthday. But let's go ahead and look up Fragment first. Again, this is really wild. The fact that you got 15 and 16. Definitely a synchronicity. All right. Page 56. This is a very near and dear card to me. So sometimes it seems that life is split into so many parts, all of them separate and difficult to bring together. Family, friends, work, study activities can all seem unrelated to each other. My child, you are always whole. Even if at times things feel separate and fragmented, this is the only illusion. Choosing this symbol reminds you that all of the moving parts of your life are important. If the one you're focusing about seems confusing, focus on the one that brings you clarity. Be here now and know that I love you and see you as beautiful and whole, regardless of how disconnected things may seem. Also, remember to take a step back when you're trying to understand something. You may be looking at only one piece of a giant puzzle, a fragment of the truth. See the bigger picture through my eyes and know no matter what, all is well. So yeah, Scorpio, things could be going on with your friends, your family, work, all different parts of your life. But this card is all about knowing that you're whole because of the different pieces that seem to be significant in November. Okay, now this card actually has I always call it a spirit woman. It looks like this woman is kind of ascending. She looks kind of ghostly. She's somewhere where there's a lot of earth, a lot of trees. This is nighttime outside. I think this is you ascending, Scorpio, and because of this you can feel kind of fragmented, and the more broken you feel in November, the more you're going to go into the shadows and not allow anyone to see this. So let's just turn one page. Kind of cool how that worked out, and let's read from Invisible. Sometimes you may feel like you don't fit in, and as if you are invisible to others. As your goddess, I see you, I know you, and I believe in you. Know that not everyone has the ability to recognize you fully, Scorpio, and that perhaps they are so caught up in their own stories that they can't see you. It's okay, because those who can see you are important companions on your path to finding your magic. Another meaning for the symbol you have chosen is the circumstances may require you to step back and remain in the shadows. Now is not the time for you to tell all and show everyone your truth. Being invisible protects you from harm right now so that you can observe your surroundings without being vulnerable. Stay hidden and watch what others do before acting. Yeah. So another message I just got from that, Scorpio, is that there's a lot going on with you in November, including your birthdays and everything else. And there's this other person or someone in your life who isn't understanding you because of that. They're they've got their own stuff going on, and therefore you feel left out. And I think some of you are okay with that because you realize that you're in a very vulnerable place right now in Scorpio season, and with your birthday, you're basically becoming reborn. Also, Mercury is retrograde in your sign, so that's just going to bring a lot of confusion and miscommunication to some of you. Okay, so that's the oracle message, Scorpio. I think there's just something about remaining a little bit more secretive and mysterious. Hopefully that helps some of you guys out, but please know that even in your darkest moments, Scorpio, you are pure and you are whole in the eyes of the universe, the creator, whatever it is you believe in. So I shuffled the cards. It didn't take me that long to discover your energy. I just had to kind of sit and be patient and wait for the death card to show up. But this is your energy for November, Scorpio. Before we shuffle the cards, I'm going to look at the underlying energy that is immediately surrounding you. So this could be something that you're feeling at some point in November. Time is not sensitive here. But I'm just going to set the intent that you feel this. Maybe you've been feeling this energy the last couple of days before this reading. You might be feeling it as you watch this reading, and maybe the next couple of days whenever you watch this reading. Okay, so maybe this is how you ended October and how we're going into November. You guys did have a new moon in Scorpio on October 28th. And then Mercury went retrograde on Halloween. So the ending of October was quite a blur. And we're coming into November like, what is this? What the hell is going on? So let's see. Got the death card. I love your ruling tarot card, Scorpio. It talks about endings, beginnings, change, transformation, rebirth. Okay. But this is the Scorpio card. The card right behind you guys is the Knight of Wands. This is my Sagittarius card. Some of you could be dealing with Sagittarius. This could also definitely be an Aries or a Leo. Strong fire sign energy here. Keep in mind, some people can take on the energy of these cards without being that zodiac sign. So although this is fiery, it doesn't have to be a fire sign. I do feel like some of you guys are going to resonate with this being a fire sign though, especially Sag, Leo. But to keep it general, this is either you or someone in your life in November who is kind of in and out. The Knight of Wands is very notorious for being mutably passionate. That's why it's the Sagittarius card. Because this is somebody, this is not the King of Wands, okay? They're not stable. This is a passionate message coming in though, regardless. This might be something that you're trying to express, Scorpio. I do feel like because this is the card right behind you in November, this is you really being fired up, wanting to move fast. This might be someone who's kind of in and out of your life. You know, it's not something that's really committed. And just to hold those cards back up, it does look like there's someone coming to express something to you. Because here you are on your horse, Scorpio, dealing with this deep scorpionic energy. Things dying, things resurrecting, things decaying in chaos, destruction. That's all your vibration. You're trying to purify all this, Scorpio, emotionally and internally. And then there's some kind of fiery, passionate message coming. Now, this is an adventure. This is playful energy. It looks like it's something coming to you though, Scorpio, just because of how the cards lined up, okay? And this is also a quest, all right? It's a knight. So the knights are on a quest for, this one is on a quest for passion and fire. This knight is on a quest to express himself very, very confidently and adventurous wise. And yeah, okay, 9 of Wands after that King of Wands, or sorry, after that Knight of Wands. So we have the Knight of Wands and the 9 of Wands, a little tongue twister there. So Scorpio, I feel that you are a bit on guard right now. It makes sense. Everything is a little bit dark. There's certain illusions around this time of year. You know, Halloween is the time of year where the veil between the spirit realm and the physical realm are very, very thin. So they're actually existing together when it's not like that all year around. So kind of spooky vibes. You're just protecting yourself. You've been through a lot here, Scorpio. You've been through a lot of battles, especially mentally. We got more fire energy here. With the 9 of Wands and the Knight of Wands, this is almost like the 10 of Wands. We have 9 wands here that you've used to kind of build up around you as boundaries. You know, this is also showing perseverance. I do feel a little bit of a battle here in November, maybe a battle when it comes to expressing yourself. Just looking at these cards this way, somebody here, they may be expressing themselves in a little bit of an aggressive way. Maybe you're a little bit too defensive, Scorpio, to express what it is that's really on your mind in November. Or this could be pertaining to someone else coming to you to express that, or they may come to express something to you passionately and you're just kind of on guard, because this is probably a person. It's usually a person who, you know, they have a way of betraying your trust, whether their intentions were bad or good. Now we have the Queen of Swords. Some of you are dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is my Aquarius woman card personally. Again, this is communication, but this is a queen. So you guys are going to be very, very clear. There might be a lot of darkness going on, but Scorpio, that's actually a preference for you, for things to remain a bit secretive, for things to remain a bit, you know, unknown to others, but very fucking known to you. Welcome to hell kind of thing. Like you guys being ruled by Pluto have those underworld vibes of deep subconscious energy where others have no fucking idea how to navigate through that. You guys become the Queen of Swords around this time of year where your truth is very, very, very prevalent. The things that you're saying during Mercury retrograde, people coming back for clarity. You know, there is a block here in communication. This is a queen who's facing a different direction. So this queen is facing the same direction as you are facing, Scorpio. So I feel like this is a message for you about you really paying attention to what you think, not what you feel. You know, that's kind of hard for water signs. Some of you may have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy in your charts. But I do see blocked communication, someone who's kind of turned their back, probably because the situation was too... You know, I know Scorpios don't necessarily like to be vulnerable, but secretly you guys require that for true emotional connection, right? So if you're dealing with an air sign or possibly even a fire sign, whoever it is, whether it's you, Scorpio, there's some defensiveness here, okay, that you're cutting through. And this is about the truth. This is about mental stability, saying what you mean, meaning what you say. Maybe at some point in November, someone who was in and out of your life, they weren't even around long enough for you to connect with them in a true emotional way. They weren't around long enough for you to even have this conversation, for the truth to even be intellectually executed. So that might also be why you've turned your back. I do see that energy because now we have the Eight of Cups. So there is a full moon in Taurus this month, Scorpio. And this is going to be opposing you. We had the new moon in Scorpio, which was the sun and the moon with Venus and Mercury, all oppose Uranus and Taurus. The full moon on November 11th, 12th, 13th, around mid-November, there's going to be a full moon in your seventh house of relationships. So this month is all about completion at a soul level when it comes to all the relationships you have. Siblings, co-workers, family members, the relationship you have with yourself, and of course romantic as well. Some of you could be walking away from someone who was cold to you, distant, blocked, someone who was too detached and maybe even narcissistic to a certain extent. It's just cold energy. Others of you guys are taking on the energy of the Queen of Swords in order to cut yourself off emotionally around the time of that full moon. Someone here is detaching and protecting their self intellectually and therefore walking away. This always reminds me of you, Scorpio, because it's the 8 of water and you guys are the 8th house of fixed water in astrology. Now we have the 2 of cups here. So I do feel like there's someone who you could be victorious with emotionally this month, Scorpio. This is a choice. You could be dealing with another water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Leo. But this is a very strong emotional connection that you guys are seeking. Now, I feel that you may have to walk away from something else mentally in order, this could be a reconciliation some of you guys are looking for. I think this is Scorpio secretly wanting to emotionally connect with someone, maybe a friend, it might be a collaboration of some sort, but someone is walking away here to connect with someone else, someone who you can actually connect with emotionally. There's going to be a lot of attention here. This may be some kind of celebration that you see this person at. So maybe Thanksgiving, maybe Halloween. We got a lot of holidays coming up, parade energy. But this is the energy of being acknowledged for something passionately, okay? But to me, this is about someone who's showing you attention in November that you can actually connect with. Now, you may have to choose between 2 people here, especially if you're dealing with this here. But yeah, Scorpio is... There are going to be relationships and emotional connections that you walk away from this month. Why? Because it's your truth. It's really hard to lie and deceive in Scorpio season because you guys are really intuitive when it comes to someone's true desires, someone's true intent. You guys have a lot of, spiritual vibes about that. So you're guarding yourself. This is someone who you haven't communicated with in a while, someone who you got in a lot of mental battles with. It was probably hard to communicate with them. Bottom, the card right underneath you, Scorpio, is the Knight of Wands. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is going to be of some significance when it comes to what it is that you need to express. Scorpio, you yourself can find yourself in and out of people's lives if you are this Knight of Wands. Okay, be careful because that is the playboy, the player type energy. Okay, so I feel the easiest way to do the reading this month, especially because I'm able to record at such an early November. I'm going to just break this down by week. I'm going to get a card for the first week of November, the second week, the third week, and the fourth week, and we'll just see what we wind up with, Scorpio. So let's look into the first week of November, which is where I'm at right now. You may be watching, excuse me, later in November, which is fine. But I would like to connect to the first week of November 2019 for Scorpio. What's going on energetically? Just give me one card for the first week of November. So we have more fire energy coming out, the 3 of Wands. So the 1st through the 7th of November, the first week of November, could consist of waiting for something. Scorpio could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. I feel more so that you're waiting to express something here. It might be at a distance. At the first week of November, you could very well be looking towards something that isn't going to happen until the 3rd week of November or even the 4th week of November. This is a very futuristic card. You could be wanting to travel somewhere, but this is all about your ships coming in. You could be waiting for some kind of ship to come in until you express yourself, Scorpio, to someone who's at a distance. This might involve travel if I haven't already said that. We have the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, so this could also be pertaining to a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is Gemini to me, but this is about rushing forward and saying something very quickly. Again, this is not the Queen of Swords. This is not the King of Swords. This is the Knight of Swords. So the way the Knight of Swords communicates is a lot different than a King or a Queen of Swords. This is something that's said very quickly to you, Scorpio. You might be waiting to make your mind up very quickly about, you're waiting for something to come in the 1st of November, the first week. You're waiting, you want to move quickly to this. You want to communicate, you want to charge forward, or someone else does. This is definitely long distance communication, so it could be online, or you may have to travel to see someone. There's something you want to express this month, because all these feelings are coming up, right, Scorpio? Like you're right at home here in this deep scorpionic energy. So you're waiting maybe for the truth. Yeah, okay. Because you guys know that once this is said, once this is chosen, once this could be an argument for some of you guys, it's going to cause things to break down. Now, I want to mention here, when I was shuffling for you guys, I saw the Tower card so many times. So I do know this is very scorpionic energy. It's that Mars energy. This is some aggressive communication here. Someone makes up their mind about a decision and it causes something else in its place to fall apart. It could be a relationship. You choose someone else. It could be a different home environment. It's just, you want to be very careful what you say during this Mercury retrograde, Scorpio. And you want to be very careful of the decisions you make quickly without thinking about the consequences, because the consequence here is every fucking thing crashes down. A relationship ends. It's something that shocks you. This could be communication coming to you in November, possibly the first week of November, that really, really catches you off guard. Like someone says something very quickly to you. They express something to you quickly. And then there's this waiting energy. So, let's move to the Magician just came out. So you could be dealing, this is Mercury, okay? Mercury is a very important planet for you this month because it's retrograding in your sign. So Mercury, the messenger of God, the planet of logical thinking and communication, is moving backwards through you, Scorpio. So you are going to be the main vessel for this energy. So you're going to be sent to certain people, certain things are going to happen to you, and it's not that you're a pawn in someone else's game, it's that you're a key player in ending and beginning certain things for people this month. So go with your instincts, okay? But the Magician card came out. You may be trying to manifest something. This might have to do with believing that you have enough resources going into the second week of November in order to end something. Especially if you don't think you're getting enough in return from a situation, person, place. So please allow me to see the second week of November 2019 for Scorpio. What does the second week of November entail for Scorpio? Oh, wow. Okay, we have the Six of Cups. So some of you guys are waiting on someone to return from the past. Some of you guys are waiting for something from your past to come back. It doesn't have to be a person. Just with these two cards so far, it's like the first half of November is definitely, it's like weird. This is the future and this is the past. So that's weird. Some of you children are very important the second week of November. This is the Children card. This is a soulmate. Some of you guys are waiting on a soulmate. Some of you guys made a decision in October and now you're kind of just waiting for your ships to come in, and they may involve the past, Scorpio, because of Mercury retrograde. This is definitely someone who may be coming back from your past in November, specifically the second week. Okay, very interesting. Bottom of the deck is the Justice card. So this could involve someone with Libra energy. There may be something from your past that still needs to be balanced. It still needs to be judged. Yeah. This may involve court. Now, some of you guys are going through court energy with involving children, meaning like this might be a divorce or some kind of energy where the justice system is involved with children, whatever that might mean, the court, a lawyer, anything like that. And it's all to further balance out this energy of nostalgia. Okay, so this might be walking down memory lane in order to kind of balance your emotions out further in the second week of November. But I think the second week of November is going to be very nostalgic. This could just be you guys kind of remembering certain memories around your solar returns. For those of you who have birthdays the second week of November. But yeah, this is people coming back from the past. This is a Scorpio card. This is the sun in Scorpio. So some of you definitely have a birthday second week of November, basically from the 7th to the 14th. Okay. There's something that there's some justice coming back, Scorpio, from the past. Now, this could be someone from your past that it ended kind of bad with, and they're coming back because of this Mercury retrograde the second week of November to kind of communicate and further balance the scales, especially if you knew each other as children, if they're from your hometown, if they're nostalgic in any way. This may be a past life connection. Interesting, Scorpio. Let's move into the third week of November. Please allow me to see the third week of November 2019 for Scorpio. Third week of November, we had that Magician card show up. Wow, Scorpio. We had the Magician card come up again. And I did see an indication of the High Priestess. So there's even you, Scorpio, even you, there's certain things the universe is keeping hidden from you this month so that you can be surprised, so that you know this is something intuitively that you feel that you're trying to manifest. Maybe with a Gemini, maybe with a Virgo. We do have the card of Gemini coming out here. Third week of November, wow, definitely some kind of love connection. And this is an important week, you guys, because this is the week of the full moon in Taurus, which is going to be very focused on relationships for you guys. This is what you don't see coming with this moon in the third week of November. There's going to be a lot of fears, and especially involving connecting to someone at a distance, especially if they're from your past, Scorpio. This is what you don't see coming, okay? So immediately we have the Six of Cups and the Lovers. So to me, this is soulmate twin flame energy, which some of you guys may know a little bit about that, but some of you are dealing with both. Some of you are dealing with someone you're connecting with at a distance versus someone who's coming back from the past. This is a choice that you may have to make the third week of November as well. Whatever that might mean. It may be a creative project, but to me, this looks like there's someone coming back from your past to connect with you, Scorpio. Bottom of the deck for this connection is the moon. So some of you could definitely be dealing with Pisces, maybe even Cancer, or this might just be a representation of the full moon in Taurus the third week of November. This is why I was saying that this is what you don't see, because the moon is secrets. Someone here has secret. This is secret lovers. Secret lovers. That's what we are. Trying so hard to hide the way we feel. That's my secret lovers combination. Now, someone also may have a moon in Gemini here. We got Pisces and Gemini here. This is a soulmate for sure. This is someone who you can connect with at an emotional level, even though you're afraid, even though you can't see through the illusion. You can still connect with them, even though they're miles apart for some of you. You just have a soul connection with this person. Yeah, very, very interesting. This might involve the moon transiting through Gemini, whatever that means as well, for those of you who are into astrology. But yeah, behind the moon card, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is ultimately something that you've been waiting on. There might be something here about you feeling kind of trapped in your head, not really knowing what to do about this connection, Scorpio. Let's grab the, okay, we have the 10 of Wands coming out and the 5 of Wands. I'm going to shuffle and get one card for you. Some of you are mothers here, dealing with maybe Taurus, Libra. This is the card of Venus, which is already transited through your sign throughout October, Scorpio. So we've already went through that deep Venus through Scorpio transit, dying at a heart level, connections ending and transforming. But yeah, this is a mother figure here, whether this is you or someone else. This is about your abundance. Now, some of you are deciding to end a burden by the end of November. This has been a lot of conflict, carrying all this responsibility as a mother, or in matters of love. You're ending this burden. And because of this, there may be tension, conflict, competition, just arguing, battles, something that needs to change about how much someone is carrying in November. I think you guys are ending a burden here. Give me one card for Scorpio for the end of November. Last week of November, give me one card to match that week energetically for Scorpio. November 2019, end of November. What's the end of November looking like for Scorpio? Whoa. So lots of cards. The Tower and the Ten of Swords came out over here. So the Tower is definitely a part of your reading, Scorpio. Now we have the King of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I feel that this is this is an ending to something painful in your life by every means necessary. Something that maybe you haven't really been sure how to get out of, but here comes the universe, here comes Mars, shaking this up for you so that you can get out of this pain. Now the Ten of Pentacles seems to be in the reverse here, but this has something to do with a home situation, a decision that you have to make, Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, or there's some kind of sexual encounter here that may be very, very lustful and very, very passionate. No shade. You have a decision to make between a new passionate connection that you make in November and healing this family and home situation that you've built for the future. Okay, you may take some time to be away from a certain home this month, but that's ultimately the decision. You guys are going to start standing up for yourself and balance. We have Sagittarius here, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're taking a stand though, Scorpio, and you are going to be letting go of certain things in the name of your truth. It could be an air sign that you're holding on to, Aquarius, Sagittarius energy. This might be Sagittarius season by the end of November that you're really fired up. Okay, Ten of Swords, Tower though. This is going to be a very shocking ending. Let's see if we can get you one card though, Scorpio. Just give me one. Okay, that makes sense. Bottom of the deck is the Fool card, which makes a lot of sense as well because this is the energy of Uranus. And Uranus is in Taurus. It's been opposing you for several months, Scorpio. So the strange, everything strange and unpredictable, enlightenment, being unique. This is the energy of Uranus really opposing you, trying to form a relationship with you at the time of this full moon in Taurus. So the end of November looks like there is some kind of crossroads, some kind of choice. You're going to be, the ball's going to be in your court, Scorpio, at the end of your birthday. Keep in mind, this is when the sun enters Sagittarius as well. So by this week, you will be able to connect in a certain way without all that heavy Scorpio energy going through your birthday. This will be the beginning of Sagittarius. And that's why you're being asked to go on an adventure with the Two of Wands. Do you want to be comfortable or do you want to grow, Scorpio? There is a choice here between the past and the future. It might involve travel. But yeah, and it's interesting. You start with the Three of Wands at the beginning of November, and then you end with the Two of Wands. So you're back to a specific decision that you may have already made in the past, because this is the card that comes after the Two of Wands. Or maybe you're just brought back to that feeling after Mercury goes back direct on November 19th. I mean, with the Lovers here and the Two of Wands, you have a choice to make between two connections, whether they're both romantic or whatever it might be, but the ball is in your court. There's going to be memories with certain people that haunt you. There's going to be certain people that come back from the past. You may have children with a certain person, which is ultimately the decision. I mean, the beginning of November, it's as if you were just looking out to the horizon of what you already know is coming in for you. Some of you may have a gut feeling that someone's coming back from the past. Or again, the second week of November is very nostalgic, very memory lane, going back to old homes as a child, hometowns, high schools, past life energy, soulmate. And then the third week, this connection grows, whether this is the same connection or a different connection. It moves into duality. It moves into that Adam and Eve vibration, that divine masculine, divine feminine. And this is a connection that has been reorchestrated by something angelic, something divine has decided this. And speaking of that, you will have certain things to decide at the end of November. You'll be in the middle of two things you're passionate about. Something that you know is going to be an adventure. It looks as if you're looking towards this love connection. Some of you are going to be connecting with people who are at a distance from you, yet they feel closer than those who are right next to you. Bottom of the deck is the Fool card. Taking a risk in November, Scorpio. Leaps of faith, starting a new beginning. Some of you really require this, but it might be a risk. This is for everything that you desire. This is what you're wishing for. Something new, a new romantic partner, a new living situation. Just, you're ready for new because you went through your birthday. This might involve a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn woman, or a woman with money for some of you. This could be your energy as well. This could be just something you're desiring as far as furthering your stability, security. This is the Queen of Earth, so she's really grounded. And she's desiring something of value here that's going to require a risk. Now, there are certain people keeping an eye on you this month, Scorpio, and I'm sure you're doing your investigations as well. Younger air sign energy here could be dealing with a energy of a child, Taurus or Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. You may require more information and truth about a very stable woman in your life, whether she's an earth sign or not. Could also be a masculine energy as well. But I feel this is requiring more truth, okay? Because this is the very new beginning of something. Someone who's communicating for the first time in a while. And then we have the world, meaning that there are certain cycles. You could be dealing with a Leo, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, a Taurus. But this is all the fixed energy here. And this is having the strength to complete certain cycles. Because of that, that might be why you require more information. If this was something that ended prematurely for you. But again, you are focused on your stability, your money, your security, your home being grounded, new financial beginnings, new homes, earth signs for sure. Scorpio, you're granting your own birthday wishes this month. You know what it is that would make you the happiest. Some kind of wish is being fulfilled here. And I think it has something to do with a brand new beginning, a very enticing risk in a certain direction that you haven't leaped in a long time. Some of you may have animals involved in this situation. So yeah, Scorpio, keep in mind this is all about your fulfillment and understanding what it is that really fulfills you at an emotional level, mental level, spiritual level. Okay, some of you guys might be drinking wine for your birthday as well. But we can't forget here that Scorpio is going through a lot this November, and because of that, you're going to be remaining in the shadows. And I feel like it's somebody who can meet you here, someone who can make you feel understood in this broken sense that really, really captures your Scorpion heart. Okay, guys, so happy birthday, Scorpio. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel. If this resonated, please give me a like or a comment. You can subscribe to my channel if you want to see me in December. And if you would like a personal reading, that is something we can arrange. Please email me so we can further discuss that. I would love to read for some of you Scorpios. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope to talk to you guys again in November.